We're here with the New South Wales Transport Minister Andrew Constance. Minister, thank you so much for your time today. Firstly, here we are a couple of weeks after these fires came through. Where are we at?
Well, the recovery is starting to get into full swing, despite the fact that we've got coastal communities still under fire threat. So, you know, it's a tough situation where ultimately we've got to be mindful of the anxieties that communities are feeling with hot weather around the corner, and then at the same time getting on with recovery. Once that starts to happen, it gives everyone a little bit of hope, and you know, ultimately we're going to start to see that. There will be the appointment of a head contractor, and that role and responsibility will therefore be to remove quite literally all the debris. We've got some 3,000 buildings which have either been damaged or destroyed in the Bega electorate alone. So, you know, it's going to take a bit of time. There is no doubt that it is going to be a very big logistical exercise, both from the waste management side of things, and that's why we just had to be patient over the last couple of weeks while this all gets arranged.
A number of people we've spoken to over the last few days have credited you for your leadership during this crisis, and they've said it's been so nice to see a political figure actually show some human love and gratitude on the ground. What do you say to that?
Oh, I'm humbled by that feeling, but it's not about me at the moment. We've got to get everyone, you know, off their knees, and we're not there yet. At the moment, I just see my role as an advocate and working alongside people and making sure that those who are falling through the cracks are supported.
How are you coping?
The political bubble, you know, quite frankly for me, burst 3 weeks ago when I realised that, you know, politics gets you thinking in a particular way. It's not always a good way, and ultimately now, you know, I'm looking at life very differently because life changed for me. I mean, I went through the fire front, survived it.
Early on, you were quite critical of the Prime Minister. He wasn't here on the ground when the fires came out. Do you think that your federal colleagues have stepped up?
The big thing which everyone expects is tiers of government, local, state and federal, to work together, and that's really important. And if there's connection there with people in the community, that's what matters most. And, you know, everyone is doing their best at the moment.
Would you like to see the Prime Minister do more?
No doubt his deployment of the Army has been well received. And now that, you know, they've got this $2 billion, they invariably will start to hopefully spend that very aggressively